Hello PointPay family. Welcome to our traditional AMA session where we will wrap up the results of 2025 and I'll tell you about our plans for 2026 as well. It's me, Vladimir, as always, and here with me is Diana. Hello, Diana.
Hello, everyone.
Diana was yet again kind enough to organize all of this and collect all of your questions, and she'll ask me those questions right in the end. This time round, we've started it a bit earlier because we thought that posting it on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve would not be something advisable, and also posting it on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day will also not be something advisable. So we've moved it 2 weeks before. So that's why we're posting it on the 18th of December. Yes, first of all, I want to congratulate you on the start of this wonderful holiday season. Very soon we will be all celebrating Christmas next week. And right after that, as I've mentioned, there is going to be the New Year's celebrations as well. For those of you who celebrated, hopefully all of you are going to have a wonderful big party. I would like to officially wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from PointPay. And as you can see, I'm quite festive. I'm wearing my festive velvet and a Christmas hat that some of you who are very, very loyal might have seen many, many, many years before. What else? I truly hope that you will spend this time having fun, enjoying every single moment with your friends and family and the people you love, the ones who really, really matter to you. This is exactly what this time is for. And this is something that I'm planning to do myself next week as well. I'm flying out this weekend to an undisclosed location to celebrate Christmas with my family, and then I'll be spending the new year with my friends. And speaking about holidays, we at PointPay will be celebrating in a big way as well. So that every new year we're trying to do something truly special for our community, and this year we didn't just prepare just a simple holiday promotion, but a full VIP boom that opens new levels and opportunities inside of PointPay from yesterday, December the 17th. You might have already seen some posts to January the 15th. So for almost exactly a month. Let me walk through all of those activities with you step by step. So first of all, if you make a deposit of at least $30 on PointPay, you will automatically receive a VIP level for 1 week. If you already have a VIP status, we simply upgraded by one level up for just 1 week only. This gives you a chance to feel the difference in the service, access better conditions, better trading fees, and an expanded way of using our platform. And what will make this promo genuinely special, I think, if you're celebrating among people you love or people if you invite a friend over to PointPay and they complete a KYC on our platform and make a deposit of at least $20, so preferably 30, so they will get a VIP level as well. A series of bonuses will be given to you and to one of your friends, referees. So for you as a referrer, you get a VIP level extended for the next 7 days, as I said before. And that's not all. For the whole 2 weeks that will follow after that, you will receive zero trading fee on your account. So you can trade free of charge which is absolutely exciting. And you will get a VIP level on PointPay as well. So I think it's a great chance to be more active amongst traders, especially during the holiday season, as we know from kind of our past experiences. Usually people actually trade quite a lot more during the holiday season. Maybe that's because I don't know, they want to make some extra money for the gifts, or because it's public holidays and they're sitting at home and they have nothing better else to do. So I don't know why, but those are my guesses. So your friend is also immediately. He will immediately enter our privilege system, so he will receive a VIP gold level for 1 week, and also zero trading fees for 2 weeks as well. So this is something that both of you will receive at exactly the same time. So in other words, they start a level where it's comfortable, and they're going to get there without kind of any necessary investments or anything like that. So in the end, every deposit and every invitation expands your VIP zone. So you improve your own conditions, and you will unlock benefits for the people you love and that you bring into the ecosystem. So the new year period will become something perfect for everybody to experience the greatness of the PointPay platform. Something that you can enjoy, and I think it's quite a meaningful bonus for anybody who wants to join a new platform. So if you have been waiting to upgrade your status or to improve your conditions or help your friends out, maybe to start their trading journey, to make their first steps into the exciting world of crypto trading, I think this is a perfect moment. And yet again, so this promo is running from yesterday, December the 17th, until January the 15th or the 5th. I can't remember. I think I said 15th. I think it could be the 5th. So I think it's the 5th. Yeah, because it would be weird if we ran it for exactly a month. So I think, do ignore what I said before. I think it's January the 5th, not the 15th. So, here's the part about, a bit delayed end, but, sorry, let me rephrase it again. So, here is going to be the part where we got a bit delayed, and unfortunately something that won't be ready in time for the new year that we were planning to do. We were planning to release the gift mystery boxes, as I mentioned the last time, but our team really pushed hard in order to develop it in time, but unfortunately we weren't able to do it. So this is something that we might release later in January, but yes, it wasn't possible to finish all of the things at once. But yes, it's the mystery boxes will be released sometime in January next year, so in a month's time, and we will be including it into the future promotions as well. So get ready for them. But for now, unfortunately, yes, we weren't able to complete it just in time. But this is the sort of thing that happens during development. Not everything could be completed just in time. So what else? Let me move on to equally important part of today's video, the results of 2025 for our company, what we have managed to achieve in the last 12 months. And obviously a lot of things happened around the company, in politics for both PointPay and the crypto world. And I want to refresh your memory and highlight what amazing things we have managed to achieve this year. So I'm sure you will be surprised by how much we managed to do this year with our kind of very small but very well-oiled team that works together incredibly well. So where should we start? So first of all, something that we try to expand every single year since I've joined the company almost 5 years ago. So we've reached 208 assets on PointPay and 376 trading pairs on our platform, which is a great feat. This is something that we were planning to accomplish for a very long time. Especially, we had a goal of achieving 200 assets on the exchange by the end of the year, and this is something that we have managed to accomplish. Quite a lot of assets have disappeared. We had to delist some of them. We had to relist some of them. We had listing fests going on, something that I will mention a bit later. But yes, we have managed to achieve our goal of getting 200 assets on our exchange. So the official number is 208. And we have 376 trading pairs on our platform as well. From the very beginning of the year, we set, as I said before, we set a very clear goal to strongly, expand the number of assets and trading pairs on PointPay. And I think the more choice you have and the more opportunities you will get in terms of trading. We started with a little over 100 tokens and around 200 trading pairs at the beginning of the year. So we've almost managed to double both of those metrics. So we've doubled the number of assets on our exchange, and we almost doubled the number of trading pairs. I think we are about 25 trading pairs short. So I'm sure this is something that we will be able to catch up upon in the first quarter of next year. Apart from that, I think it's a great achievement that we managed to accomplish listing of such great number of tokens in our exchange, and congratulations to you all for doing so. What else? Thoughts throughout the year, we had standard listings, we had event based listings and partnership listings, but one thing stayed the same as always. Every single month, without a fail, the number of tokens and pairs kept on growing year on year, and today we have not only reached our goal, but we have slightly exceeded it. So I think it's something that everybody should be congratulated upon. So what else I want to highlight? I want to highlight the Listing Fest 0.1 and the Listing Fest 2.0. Each of these events brought dozens of new tokens and thousands of new users to the platform. The first one was kind of more of a test. For just 2 weeks, we've listed 14 tokens, and the second one, 4 weeks, where we listed 28 assets every single day on our exchange. So on top of that, we upgraded the zero trading fee promo that came with an event and made it more convenient for people to trade it. So let me just remind you, so every single time we've listed an asset on PointPay, you were able to trade that asset for free for 2 weeks. So during the listing fest, yes, so we've listed, I can't remember the tokens, but we listed the XYZ token. Probably it's a real token, but yeah, let's imagine that it's not. And you were able to trade that token with completely zero fees for the next 14 days, which was, I think, is quite a cool thing. And we actually had quite a lot of people joining our platform because of that. So that was an incredibly successful marketing campaign that we've managed to run. So right now we're all talking about continuing this event, even if token plan is done. You can never have too much variety of tokens on the platform, right? So share your thoughts and comments under the video if you want to see Listing Fest 3.0, and tell us which tokens you want to be listed on PointPay, and what kind of tokens and maybe themes of tokens you would like to see on our exchange as well. So great. So we can tick the listings of the Christmas list that we've managed to accomplish this year. So let's move on. So since I already mentioned the partnerships, so let's talk about them next. So we should start with the new payment providers that we've managed to integrate this year, and thousands of users obviously rely on those payment providers every single day. So a few months ago, we managed to finalize not only one, but two major partnerships with fiat providers, the Transact and Banksa. So Banksa is incredibly popular in South America. So that's something for our LATAM users. They became available on PointPay to most users with some obviously regional limitations as well. But yeah, so maybe in your region, maybe one or two of them are not available, but now we have, I think, more than four on our exchange, which is a great thing. And sometime next year, we will be running a zero fee promo for Banksa sometime in January, I think. So I will let you know about that slightly later as well. So both of those payment providers are fully integrated into our system. And yes, we will be running some promos sometime next year. So before this, we had, as I said before, a couple of reliable providers, familiar pretty much to everybody who uses this kind of fiat to crypto to fiat services. But the small numbers sometimes create a situation where users in certain regions can only access one provider. So it was rare cases, but it was kind of a problem, that's something that was mentioned to us by multiple people. So we wanted to rectify this problem. That's why we've decided to integrate Transact and Banksa this year. And, it's not kind of, you think that you plug it in and you integrate it and that's straightforward. It's not. It actually takes at least a month. With Transact, it took us 2 months to integrate their system. Unfortunately, it does take quite a long time to integrate those systems. But once they're integrated, it's quite easy to use. But, we obviously always have to monitor them every single week. We have settlements with them, etc., etc. So it's quite difficult. But now we have 4 of them: Mercurio, MoonPay, Transact, and Banksa. I think that covers about 95% of the market. Obviously, apart from certain jurisdictions that are banned from our platform, and obviously, places like sanctioned countries like Russia, you can't use those services there as well. But I think for most users in Europe, in America, in LATAM, we've covered all bases there, and you can use all of those 4 providers. I think all of them cover all of the major markets that we concentrate upon. And obviously, when you are trying to deposit or withdraw, you can just have a look at their offers, at what percentages they're offering. I think we determine the best provider automatically, but then you can select them manually as well. And as I said before, we will be running some promotion probably in January, maybe in February. For Banksa, we already have an approved budget from them, and it will be something along the lines of zero fees for about 2 weeks, which is a great offer. So what else? I wanted to note that, even though we continue to work with additional providers, we're not kind of rushing this process. So don't expect any new additions next year. We might add one more in either Canada or in America. We'll see. But for now, I think we covered all of the most important bases. So speaking of the new features on our platform, we cannot obviously forget that our platform now has a new way to trade and exchange crypto. That's the P2P functionality, which is currently in the semi-closed mode, when we're pretty much trying to gather kind of new merchant providers. But technically it's 100% complete, but it's something that our biz dev team is currently working on. So it will probably be released in full next year, but technologically we have accomplished it. Now we're just waiting for our biz dev team to find the liquidity providers there. So next, learn and earn. So some campaigns were done with the partners and some were kind of our own initiative. So in any case, you don't kind of, with that thing that we've run for almost 2 years now, pretty much the drill. You complete a quiz, And if you complete it correctly, you will then get certain coins. From, I think the lowest we had $1, and I think the highest was $9. And that's kind of our partner projects. They provide us with a budget, and they provide us with the content, and we kind of organize it on our behalf. So let me try to remember the campaigns that we've managed to run this year. So there was Stable R. I think there were a couple of Stable R campaigns. And as I said before, the first one, the inaugural one, was $10, I think. So we had one for the PointPay itself. I think that one was a $1 or $1.50. We had Pectra Ethereum, and we had the Meme City that run a campaign on our website as well. So there are probably more, but this is something that I can remember now. And obviously, if you like the format, it works great for us as well. And we're trying to constantly persuade kind of the projects to come on our platform, give us a budget of, I don't know, like 10, 20, 30,000 to run those campaigns, because it's on first come, first serve basis. And it's, proving to be incredibly popular among the users. The Stable R campaign was oversubscribed within 30 minutes. And the second Stable R campaign was oversubscribed in 10 minutes. So this kind of thing, I think, just proves you how popular those things are. And also, yes, don't forget that you can always look back and review the lessons from the past, but obviously the rewards will not be are no longer available to you, because this is on first come, first serve basis during the time when we're running the campaign. And as I mentioned before, the Stable R was oversubscribed first time, I think, within a couple of hours, and the second time within a couple of minutes. So yeah. So let me just continue. So yes, even so, while we have many new users, our veteran VIPs who've been with us for more than 5 years, not giving up on their positions, and not without reason. I think this year PXP and PointPay celebrated a 7th year anniversary since our launch. So we've been around for a very, very, very long time. We've started in 2018, and I joined the company almost 5 years ago. So 2 years into its launch. So it's going to be next year, in just a couple of months, I think in 4 months, 4 5 months, there's going to be a 5-year anniversary for me as well. So, which is a great achievement for me as well, and I'm very, very happy to dedicate all of that time serving PointPay as its leader. So we had our ups and we had our challenging times, and the oldies obviously know about them. Obviously, during the last couple of years, everything was running a lot more smoothly because we fixed the foundations. But obviously, the first year after the ICO was quite tumultuous and quite rocky for everybody, but it was so exciting to do it. The platform was crashing every single hour. There were outages. The products wouldn't work. Blah 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 blah. We had ransoms. You name it. We've been through all of this shtick, but we've managed to come on top. Now our platform works absolutely perfectly. We have new partnerships, we have new engagements. We are currently working on improving our UI and UX. At the end of January, the landing page will be updated on our website. This is something that we aim to do like every year and a half. And there are some other internal bits on the platform that will be updated as well. And we have redesigned the onboarding experience on our platform, and we have also redesigned the app. Not all of it, but kind of the core design elements of it. And we will be delivering those sometimes next year, hopefully. The landing page and the app, probably like in the first quarter, I hope. So yes, I've already started talking about what we're planning to do next year. So let me kind of no, I'll move on to that a bit later. So let me just go through what we have managed to achieve in terms of kind of UI and UX, because this is something that is getting overlooked. So on our exchange, we've redesigned it into a single screen layout on our app. We reworked the main menu itself. We made the products kind of a lot easier to use. We're kind of going with the methodology of the fewest clicks, so something you shouldn't be able to click. You don't need to, have 10 clicks. You need to have fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer clicks. So we're kind of updating the tabs and making everything easier to use. We've launched the pass key functionality, which is kind of getting integrated into all of the trading apps at the moment. So we've done so as well. We've updated most of the tabs. We've updated the design of most of the tabs as well. We have significantly upgraded the internal security, from databases to how we process the data. This is something that we do every single year. This kind of a global review based on real potential threats and modern protection solutions. I won't go into the technical things, but we get audited every single year. So we kind of try to update it every single year to make sure that we comply with the standards, and at the same time that we surpass those standards as well. And we obviously have a look at what our competitors are doing. So we are kind of we are in line with them as well. So what else? We've launched the NFT marketplace this year as well. So this autumn, we released the very, very long awaited NFT marketplace, which opened the doors for NFT world to all of the users, where you can create PXPs, where you can create NFTs with the on PointPay blockchain, and using the PXP token in order to pay for the fees there as well. So this was kind of more, I know that it was an unpopular move among other users, but we just bought the technology and it was something that we had to plug in. The only thing that we had to develop is to integrate the PointPay blockchain and the PointPay token into the functionality of the NFT platform. So it wasn't something that was terribly expensive, but we pretty much did it for the sake of expanding our kind of product offering and expanding our PointPay blockchain ecosystem. Pretty much, let's recap. You can buy and sell NFTs. You can create your own NFTs there as well, which is kind of a new thing. You can create NFTs using AI. So LLMs help you to write the descriptions for your NFTs, and also they help you create the NFTs. So you can use AI prompts inside of our system to create and generate all of those images there. And you can pay for all of that using the PXP tokens, and you can create those NFT tokens using our blockchain, as I mentioned before. We have also connected the OpenSea directly into PointPay, so you can buy all of the NFTs from OpenSea on the PointPay platform, which is quite cool as well. I think that, and pretty much, as I mentioned before, the kind of the core thinking behind it was, as I said before, we know, you don't need to explain to me that, NFT is not the most popular product ever. You don't need to tell me that. I know that, obviously. But we did it for the sake of expanding our PointPay blockchain ecosystem. So you will have more use cases for PXP. That's one thing. And second of all, there's going to be a lot more use cases for the PointPay blockchain itself, which I thought was quite important. And as I said before, this is something, it's not something that our team has developed ourselves. We bought it very cheaply and we plugged it into our system. And the only thing that we had to rework, which didn't cost us a lot of money, is to integrate the PointPay blockchain into the NFT ecosystem, and to integrate that ecosystem into the PointPay platform itself. So it was more kind of an integration cost, which is not that great. I can tell you that. So yeah, so that's about the NFT platform. So what else? So speaking of that, so we delivered also a major user level update. The maximum possible bonuses were doubled, which I thought was a great use case for the users. So we went from the model that was in place before, where users were given some privileges for simply just holding PXPs. So now we moved into the model where people have to hold PXPs, but also actively trade on our platform. So there is no, you have to use our platform in order to get the most out of it. Let's put it this way. So the system now also takes kind of, as I said before, trading volume into account. Before it was enough just to hold PXPs and your balance or your staking, for example. Now you have to actually prove your activity within the platform. It's harder to maintain the level, I agree with that, but this is a challenge for everybody. And we do have a few people who actually actively trade on our platform now, so which is a great thing as well, because before we had quite a lot of people just sitting on their PXPs but not actively using our platform. And the point of our platform is that you have to actively use it. So looking back kind of beyond the updates and improvements that we managed to do on our platform last year, I want to mention the PointPay activity as a company. So we attended several major crypto and blockchain conference events. So the last one was Token 29 in October. I was at the conference in Dubai. I was at the conference in Toronto this year as well. Next year, I will be at the conference in Miami and the Token 2049 and the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas. And I will also be attending the Paris one as well, which is very expensive, by the way. But they're holding it at the Louvre. So if you're going to be in Paris in April, drop me a line, and I'll meet you at the Louvre, so we can have a look at the Mona Lisa together and maybe discuss something about crypto. But yes, we're planning to attend plenty of conferences next year. We're planning to attend the ones in Dubai as well. I'll pass on that, but our CBDO will be attending that conference as well. And overall, we've attended plenty of conferences this year. Our CBDO attended pretty much all of them in Dubai because he lives in Dubai. Too long to mention which ones. We attended the one in Singapore as well, which was quite cool and exciting. I wasn't there again, but I promise, you know why I don't go there. It's, flying to America is bad enough. You literally have to write off a day, and then you're jet lagged for the next maybe 2 or 3 days. But then the next day you have to attend the conference. So what you have to do, you have to actually come a couple of days in advance. It costs you a tremendous amount of money and you're tired, and then you come back and then you have to, it's too much. And in America, at least, there are kind of several conferences within a 2-week period, so I can kind of cope with that. But flying to places like Dubai or Singapore, 16 hours one way, you're literally sleepless for the whole day, jet lagged. I'm sorry, no. We actually have people who live nearby and they can attend that conference, and they will do, I think, much better job than I do. The brains behind the operations. I think I'm a decent salesman. I'm good at closing, but I don't think I'm an extrovert enough to kind of go around and approach people at the conferences. And quite honestly, it drains me emotionally when I do so. But nonetheless, we're planning to attend plenty of conferences next year, and we did attend quite a lot of conferences this year as well. We've also done quite a lot of, as I will mention later, we've done quite a lot of back-end development, and we've done quite a lot of upgrading of our internal systems, and we did quite a lot of work on margin and futures trading, kind of the preparatory work for that as well. So yeah, there was quite a lot of development, and I think it has been quite an exciting year for PointPay. So thank you all very much for sticking around. And I honestly think next year will be 100 times better because we will finally be able to release the products that we've been working on for more than a half of this year, obviously since the beginning of the summer. So well done, everybody from the PointPay company. Well done, everybody who stuck with us. So let's move on. Okay, I'm being told that we have 23 minutes to go, and I will try to do the plan for the 2026 quickly, so we will still have enough time for the questions, because poor Diana is eagerly telling me that we have to hurry up. So let's start. So we already prepared a plan for the first quarter of the next year, and you can see all of our plans for the next year on our website. You have to go to PointPay, I think roadmap or something along those lines, and you can see everything that we've done since 2018. So it's all there, all very transparent. Our past plans obviously don't change, so that's all up to date. We sometimes alter the future plans. We kind of move certain things around because from one quarter to another, because not always kind of things work out. As I said before, we were planning to release a couple of things like mystery boxes by the end of the year, but we weren't able to do so. So in the first quarter of next year, something that we are already working on now, we will focus on strengthening our trading infrastructure, as I said before, improving our UX and preparing for our platform for the major future releases. One of the main priorities, as I mentioned before, will be the futures trading, something that we are currently kind of finalizing, developing. So we've already completed the core architecture, and we will now move to the final refinements. And in Q1, we will hopefully run a large-scale testing, integrate all of the advanced kind of charting tools, configure the compliance, and optimize for the high loads, blah, 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 blah. We've signed all of the liquidity agreements that were necessary, so kind of the hard work and the groundwork has already been done, so we're kind of working on finalizing the final bits. A special attention will receive the marketing expansion, so we plan to roll out the worldwide campaigns focused on both retail and institutional investors. We expect quite a lot of collaborations when we will release the futures trading platform. So also in Q1, we'll launch our new machine learning based on anti-fraud system that can detect suspicious activity in real time. And to wrap up the quarter, we will, as I mentioned before, redesign all of the interfaces, web and mobile. I've already finalized the designs last week, and I've finalized the landing page this morning. So this has already been given this afternoon to our front-end team to finalize all of those things. So hopefully we'll be able to see the first things, the drip, 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 probably by the end of January, hopefully the landing page itself, and then we will focus on kind of redeveloping everything else, but it's not going to be released all at once, so we will be taking it page by page as something that is easier to do and easier to test as well. So let's move on to, sorry, my back. Sorry, being old, your 30s are not kind to you when you sit around and not moving for a very long time. So let's move on to the Q2. So this is where things, I think, get very, very exciting. So if Q1 was the preparation, Q2 is the moment when our tools, everything else will go to live. So the first major release is the futures trading. Users will get an access to leverage up to 100x and perpetual contracts, fast execution, professional grade tools. This is an incredibly big step for us. As I mentioned before, we've already done all of the preparatory works, and the next quarter will be focused on testing, and the Q2 will be focused on the release of those products. We will also start our AI-powered customer support development. So the goal is to create a fully automated support system with seamless transition to human agents when it is required, because as I mentioned before, our support team has nothing to worry about because the majority of the questions that people ask, it's actually exactly the same questions every single time. So if that will probably cut down maybe 70% of the questions that being asked to us, and we will be able to focus on kind of the most important task, kind of sorting out stuck withdrawals, KYCs, and etc., etc. So all of those things will obviously be done by a real live person. And at the same time, we'll continue developing the decentralized trading module. So the future of the PointPay DEX, it's an active development stage, including AMMs, mechanics, liquidity, and hybrid trading models. So for the Q3, which is a very long time away, but still, we will focus on launching what we've started earlier, especially the Web3 direction. So the main event for the Q3 will be the launch of the PointPay DEX. We will combine the AMM liquidity pools, automatic market making liquidity pools, and the ability to choose between classic and decentralized trading modules. Another key step is kind of automatic conversion of small crypto balances into PXP, something that I have promised many times before, but something that our development team didn't have enough time to approach. So we've stuck it in Q3, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be able to accomplish it. I don't think it's a terribly hard thing to accomplish, but still, this is something that we have to do. In terms of more opportunities for Q4, this is kind of more of a wish list. I can tell you from the beginning, some things might move up or down. So we will start developing the automating trading bots. For the first versions, will include the rigid DCAs and arbitrage strategies, and users will be able to configure their risk levels there. Also in Q4, we'll connect the Web3 functionality to the PointPay blockchain. Users will be able to connect Web3 wallets, interact with dApps, and use smart contracts to perform cross-chain operations. And finally, we will be able to develop an educational trading simulator, which is actually, we managed to work a bit on it this year. The design is done, but I think we will only be able to move towards actually developing it sometime next year. It will run on real market data, including gamification, learning practice models, without any risk of losing funds. And this will allow traders to learn and grow inside of our ecosystem. And this is where the key moments of the roadmap end. So, of course, we also have more plans that we are not ready to announce yet. There will be a parental module. There will be one thing or another. We have a massive wish list. I'm like a kid, trying to put all of the priorities together. And I think I will talk about them at the next AMA sessions of the next year. And we have exactly 15 minutes, maybe even less, maybe 14 minutes, Diana, for you to ask me the questions, please, if you're still here. Diana?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant.
Yes, let's start with the first question. Are you planning something big for 2026, something unexpected and exciting?
In general, I have shared all of the plans that I could share. And as I said before, you can find it on our roadmap. But in 2026, we plan to confidently enter the Latin American market and the Asian market as well. Right now, we're focused on US and Europe. But, I think this is time to expand, and we choose Latin America because customer acquisition costs are quite low, and it's quite an exciting market, and I think the biggest growth is going on there, and it's an educated market as well. And we will also focus on Asia, probably not places like China or Japan or Singapore, but probably in places like Philippines or Indonesia or something like that. I think is something that we will be working towards. And currently our marketing managers are drawing up our go-to-market strategies there. So this means that we will pay more attention to the needs of users in those regions and work on strategic partnerships there and much more. So stay tuned for updates and possibly me speaking in Spanish or Portuguese or Malay. I don't know. Okay, next.
Okay, the next question is, how do you personally rate this year for the company? No hype, just facts?
Um, as I said before, when I talk about our achievements, I'm not exaggerating. In every single AMA, I try to be as honest and as objective as possible. So I think this year was successful. I think it wasn't perfect. We haven't released anything super major, but we've managed to do quite a lot of groundwork for the releases for next year. Because something like futures trading, it actually takes more than a year to develop, and we'll manage to do it in less than that. So quite a lot of preparatory work was done this year for the releases for the next year. And as a company, I think we gained another year of real experience, and we grew as a team of even more than few dozen of new hires and new specialists. Maybe this question was, inspired by a bit of FUD, around our token fluctuations recently. But all I can say, I do believe that everything don't believe everything blindly. Check the facts, have a look at our roadmap, and see that we have actually managed to accomplish quite a lot of things this year, and I'm incredibly proud of our team and of our supporters.
Okay, moving on to the third question. Um, do you plan to continue working at PointPay, or do you have other plans?
I have no other plans outside of PointPay. Under my leadership, the company has grown many, many times over in terms of user growth. I managed to revamp the whole business. When I joined, it was a broken platform, disoriented users. Now we have a working platform. We have great partnerships. We have a team that works great together. All of the departments are growing. I'm incredibly proud of my team, and I have no outside plans of PointPay. I'm only working for PointPay. The only thing I do on the side, I might have mentioned that I studied this year. I did some evening classes for the first half of this year at Trinity College Dublin, because I live in Dublin, and I did a postgraduate certificate there in innovation, and I will be graduating in February. So if you follow me on LinkedIn, you might see a picture of me with a certificate and a gown and a cap. And outside of that, I might do another kind of course, because live and learn, you always have to learn, and always have to kind of improve yourself. So I might do another course that is similar to that. But I do all of the courses, part-time, evening classes, etc., etc. But apart from that, no other plans. I'm fully dedicated to PointPay. I love it so much. And we will do something very, very exciting next year for my Jubilee 5-year anniversary of the company, which I'm so grateful for everybody, to gods, to you, the users, to my team, for keeping up with me for such a long time. It's actually the longest time I've worked anywhere. I've worked for other companies for 2-3 years, but 5 years is quite a big achievement. And I think in many, many, many years' time, I will be looking very, very fondly at my time working at PointPay. But who knows, maybe PointPay will be running in 20 years. And how companies transform into new things. Maybe crypto will be something different. Maybe we will move towards DEXs, and after DEXs there will be something else. Companies constantly evolve. Like we started as a crypto bank that didn't work out. Now we're doing something different. I'm sure that in order to survive, you always have to constantly evolve. And I hope that this is something that will happen to PointPay. So I have no plans to go anywhere. You're stuck with me. So get a bit used to this phase. Okay, next.
Okay, and let's move to the last question for this MA session. How do you plan to spend the holidays personally? Any ideas yet?
Yes, it's a bit a personal question, but yeah, I'll answer. As I said before, I'm spending Christmas with my family. We are traveling to Prague because I have relatives living in Prague, and I'm celebrating the New Year in Portugal. But I'm coming back on the 1st or 2nd or something like that. So yeah, I'm taking a couple of days off. I'm taking I'm taking the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the Boxing Day. So that's Friday. So I'm going to be gone for 5 days, but I'll always be in contact. And I'm taking the 31st and the 1st as well. But I'll still be involved, and I'm still kind of monitoring emails and stuff like that. So the ship is well oiled and everything is running very, very smoothly, so you won't miss me. But yes, those are my plans. And for my birthday, which is quite soon as well, I'll be in Dublin. So here we go. Nothing terribly exciting, but yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Diana, for collecting all of those questions, for compiling everything, and for organizing this wonderful event. With that, I think I suggest we wrap up. This AMA session to be quite long, almost an hour long, and I don't remember last time I managed to talk for such a long time. I think it was before we kind of did those long sessions, as you remember. But I think it's fully detailed. It's almost an hour. There will be no second part, only this video, and everything else that needed to be said, I think I've said. If you have any more questions, please Twitter and tweet to me on X. CEO PointPay is my Telegram handle, and I'll do my best to reply to you there as well. I wish you happy holidays, Hanukkah that is going on right now, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, anything else that you wish to celebrate, your birthdays, your dogs, I don't know, adoption anniversaries, whatever. See you in 2026. Let's continue to make a history in the crypto world. Let's build the future of the crypto world together. And also don't forget to like and subscribe, press the bell button, and leave us a comment. Say, Vlad, I really like your jacket. I really like your hat. Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, as they say in the song. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and I'll see you sometime at the end of January. So see you soon. So long, and I love you all. Thank you for sticking with me for such a long time. Have a great day.